welcome to the Game Time Show. Hey, I'm just gonna, put the sound in there in the editing part. So we have a new guest, Athena.
Hello, everybody. Talha, that yay was so dead. Come on, cheer up. We're talking football today.
Yeah!
There you go.
And Coach MJ.
That's right.
Hello.
Welcome, Coach MJ in the building. Come on.
Coach MJ is in the house. So we have an exciting new show for you, the episode. Although for English fans, it's nothing exciting because you lost.
Oh, yes. So many things to say about this.
Yeah, we're going to try and cover as much as we can. I'm sure you guys must have been overwhelmed by the analysis that's been going on since the last 24 hours, I guess.
Yeah, everybody's just saying their opinions about it. As I say, I said this to you before. The game people always, notice the mistakes if the game is lost. If England could have won this, doesn't matter if they put the whole team at the back. Nobody will say if they won it. Nobody isn't going to analyze it.
Yeah.
Because the game is lost, then now opinions started to come in now. Everybody's starting to find out, okay, manager do this, manager does that, manager do this. We all know, by watching the game, manager, he got the tactics wrong, fine, but it's football. Without mistakes, it's never going to end. We're going to be there forever.
Yep.
So mistakes has to happen, and one team has to win. So England fans will accept that,
Yeah, and they lost due to one of the greatest players.
Yeah,
exactly.
going defense against Argentina was a big mistake because they weren't playing the Argentinians. They were just fighting for their lives over there. So, and the shots, like so many times, they kept shooting for the goal attempts. It was magnificent.
Brilliant.
What a roller coaster of emotions. It was the first time in my life I put a bet.
Okay.
I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, but I bet on Argentina and I won. I will say later why, though, I bet on Argentina. I saw it coming from far away.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, why is that?
So many reasons. First of all, I strongly believe, that's my personal opinion, that Argentina had a very important player in their team, and that was the referee.
Referee, do you agree, Coach?
Football has played. I've seen them playing. I wouldn't say that again. The referee is in Argentina side, but most people, say these things. But yeah, I've not. I won't be able to say that because the thing is that I understand football. So, in my perspective, Argentina, they did play good football yesterday, and then they don't just give up. They just put their energy in it. Like if they are losing, they don't look at it like we are losing, so we should just give it up. And then they want to come back. They want to win the game. They're playing for something. For Argentina, the way they play, it's like referee might give them some advantage. I don't know about that, but for what I've seen, they play with a passion. You know what I mean?
I see.
So they play for their badge. It means everything to them.
Well,
Okay.
definitely Argentina has a lot of passion, and this is where I'm going to put a little bit of judgment when it comes to the England's coach, because we've seen the Argentinians, like the Argentinian team, they don't just play, they fight for their lives. So I think the choice of putting so many people on defense, it was a mistake, because the Argentinians at some point, they weren't just playing, they were fighting. And how many attempts for goals they made, the Argentinians? Eventually they struck, and they struck twice. So why so much defense?
Yeah, defense was the main issue, wasn't it? They ended up defending with almost at one point, 9 defenders in the back line.
Yeah, it's like football is funny. Like I've said this before. If things go okay, nobody will mention even if he put the 11 man or so. Let's say 10 man in defense. Nobody will say anything if the results go on England's way. So the manager what he was doing was he was pretty much trying to tactics-wise, trying to defend one goal lead. But one thing he didn't really realize, you are not just playing any other attack team. These are team, the very experienced team. In fact, they are the holders of the world champion still. So there is a reason they got that title last World Cup.
Yep.
So if you want to defend 90 minutes, or let's say England didn't defend 90 minutes against Argentina. England, they only defend, I think, the last 25 minutes.
Yes, he was towards the end, and that was the biggest mistake, because this is when exactly the Argentinians went berserk and just started shooting one after the other.
Exactly.
So England, if I tell you what they should have done is that they should have just keep the momentum. Okay, the boys, they show that they can play football. They score first, So that lead, they could have protected their lead, but still, attack. But it's not the footballers' fault in that sense. The manager is there. He is the one who makes substitutions. So he could have seen the game. He could have read the game. He was outside and reading the game. He just thought maybe if he start bringing defenders, they will be able to. No, that's not possible. In fact, the best form of defensive is attacking.
Yes.
Well, this is what the Argentinians did. They attacked and they won.
Yeah.
But of course, a huge applause to Anthony Gordon, minute 55, where he put this excellent, amazing goal and put the team on the lead, which it was great. Not for me, because I bet on Argentina. But it was like, honestly, that's why it was a roller coaster. It was like England started so amazingly well. Like they were everywhere. They were playing aggressively, and then after like that first goal, I don't know what happened. Like maybe I really don't know. It was a big change, especially maybe because Argentina kind of switched off and they took it personally a bit. I was like, no, we're gonna win this time, and they went for it.
No, the thing is that it's not the first time Argentina has been in this position. They've been there before, even before they get to this position. I mean, they came back from Egypt against Egypt. In fact, they were 2-0 down.
Yes.
That time.
Yes.
So, but Egypt plays. Egypt didn't go for defensive formations. Egypt were playing. But although the game was, what Egypt did, I appreciate that more than what England did, because at least in Egypt they went for it.
Yeah, they did.
They went for it. It's just like for them, Egypt game, refereeing was not the best. That was part of it. But England game, no, I won't say referee has no problem yesterday. To be honest, maybe some other people might disagree with that, but the football they play yesterday, the boys they started the game really well. First half, up till they score. Immediately they score, this is it.
Yep.
Then the panic button started pressing up. Then the manager was even panicking. He should be the one observing the game. That's his job. Don't under pressure, never make changes because of the pressure. If pressure could have been higher.
Yeah.
In England, what is today? Because already they've put 2 Argentina's defenders on yellow cards. They were scared, pretty much scared to commit to any other foul. So that's an advantage for England. What the coach, I'm not gonna say the tactics he should, but he got the players in the bench. He got a lot of good attacking players in the bench, elite players for that matter. So why will you have to defend?
That's true.
So that's he got it wrong there. Honestly, I'm sure he doesn't like people talking about it, but yeah, I know it's easy. Even though you don't know football, you'll be able to see that one is an error. For the coach of his caliber.
I agree. On this note, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in 2 minutes.